Hello, this is Ling Chi, brush painting for beginners. And today we're going to do a daisy with the wash background, getting ready for our next week's virtual office hours. We're going to talk about washes and texture. This is a little bit preview on what's going to happen. The finished work is this one. We're going to do daisy with the washes on the background. The material we're using this paper we call Water Dragon. Is 30% sizing on mulberry material. We do this for the purpose of washing, and then we also find this paper give you good color. The brush I'm going to use large double happiness. The reason I'm using this particular brush is that it's long, has volume, and I can hold a lot of color, and on the top of it has a pretty sharp tip. So when I want to get into the wash in a little narrow area, then it can do its good purpose. And then I also have this full Lotus, which is a large combination brush, and I'm just using it to fade the color, wash the color, so to help me not to have a concentration. And then a 3-inch wash brush is must for when you do washes. And then I have a happy dot for the center of the flower. The color I'm using is, I did pre-mix my indigo and with our rattan yellow because we're going to use a lot of greens. And then bass bottle ink. And then either Sakura white or Da Vinci white. The reason we use those two whites is because they can well mix with other colors. And I'm also using a companion set for the center of the flower as well as a little bit blue to show the petals. So those are my color set. So we're going to do the center of the flower first. Then I first use happy dot dip with yellow, and then vermilion, a little bit green here, and then I blend, and then use a little black in the palette. So I'm going to do the center of the flower. Again, show you one more time, yellow, vermilion, a little green, and a little black, and then I blend. I pre-mixed Sakura white with a little bit blue to get this color. And that's going to be my petal. I'm using large double happiness, and you can find any large brushes has a good tip. So I wash the brush, and then I dry the brush, and I use tip wet. And then I load my white with a little blue mix, and then I rinse the top, and then I dip a little bit blue and a little bit purple. And then I want to make sure it's very soft. So I might tap in a little bit the green I had in the mixing dish, so it's not too bright. So I go from outside in. One more time, white with the blue, and then a little bit blue, a little bit purple, and then soften it up. One more time, blue and white. And I just now, this time I'm just using what is in my mixing dish. So, because this one is a little bit further out, so then the color is going to be softer. Now is the bottom of the flower. So I'm using a little bit green, soft green, to do the center of the petal, to accent the petal. Then I rinse my tip, so you can see that I'm just using one brush. So this is the flower I'm already finished. So you can see this particular subject, the composition is pretty simple to do the flower. The important thing is to do the shading. So you have to wait it's completely dry before you do the shading. So I did another piece ahead of time, so I show you the shading. Oh, I forgot on this one. I need to do the leaves on the bottom. So I have green, indigo, a little black ink. green, indigo, a little black. So this is it for the leaves. So we will continue with the wash background for this daisy plant. And I have my large double happiness. Make sure your brush is completely washed clean and dry. I want to make sure that my brush is very clean. I need a little bit more ink in here. So I use my tip to dip into the green and then indigo and then ink. And I blend ink. So I'm carving this particular flower. So I wanted to have a brush that softened the edges off as I'm blending.
So that's a clean brush.
That's a clean brush with just water. And then I keep on washing the so it's important I'm fading it away. So this side of the wash is going to be lighter because that's where the light is coming from. So I'm going to use a little bit more ink on this petal so it will tie it in with the top. Then green, indigo, a little bit on the ink. So then I'm using the wash brush, kind of just soften everything up. And then I'm going to use my wash brush with about, I would say 1/4 load with green and indigo and a little ink. And then blend it one more time, green, indigo, and then the ink. So you can see I'm doing horizontally as well as vertically to get that effect. and faded way on this side. Do a little touching up.